Hello, hello, hello. Let me know what you guys think of this view. This is kind of way farther out. But I feel so far away from you guys, so maybe you guys like it. Jack, don't let me go, or whatever the hell they say. I don't watch those old ass movies, bro. What are we talking about? I watched Marty Supreme though. I watched Marty Supreme. That movie was good. Can we get a? Can you hear me? Am I good? Sorry, I was late. I was trying to figure out TikTok. Some of you might have just been on TikTok, but it's I could stream it from here, but I don't want some dude spamming penises again, and then I get banned. So the coaching is real. Yeah, but it's not for you guys. That's why I didn't put it on my Instagram page, or that's why I didn't put it on my story or make a post. The ads are supposed to target to people. It's okay though. If you sign up, that's fine. You watch Uncut Gems? Yeah, it was a lot like Marty Supreme, but Marty Supreme's better because I don't like Adam Sandler. How do you raise shin splints during high school? You do stretching, like slant board, or you do calf raises. Bro, you guys said the logo looked buns? Let me pull up the right. You guys just don't have the vision, bro. The logo looks good on here. Obviously, when it's bigger, it like looks like it has to be more specific. I think the logo looks real good. Let me show you better. You can probably tell better on this one. We're probably not doing yellow beanies, by the way. This is just a sample. But, like, okay, damn, that's bright. But the logo looks good. You guys got me in my head. Also, tell me, hey, Tyler, thank you, bro. That's what I need to hear. Also, tell me if this is too far, right? I think this is better. We're not all kissing. We were all basically making out the whole time. It looks better on yellow. I mean, this is more. Dude, this looks good. I can't lie. This looks good. It's over. It's over, guys. Once I've got the rest of the samples, like we got short samples coming in. We've got a singlet. We've got all. It's over. It's so easy to sell, bro. I'm a marketer. I'm a runner like third. First of all, I'm a YouTuber. I'm kidding. The guys at Tennessee would always give me shit for that. They'd be like, "You're not a runner. You're a YouTuber who runs. You're not a runner who has a YouTube. You're a YouTuber who runs." Shut up. We're doing a singlet. We're doing shorts. We're doing a tracksuit. I mean, it's on camera, so it's obviously gonna be hard to see. No, we did it even better. My high school coach is doing the fulfillment for the hats. The clothing stuff is coming from China. Xi Jinping and all that, Mao Zedong. But so he had a darker orange. I was like, this is just not gonna show. You might have seen it on one of my YouTube videos. I put it on my story, but I just found the brightest orange I could online. Just bought it for him. So I'm like, this actually is much more visible. And if you're wearing it, it's like, to me, it's like I want people to say, hey, what does that say on your hat? Oh, this is Kairos. It's this brand from this super awesome runner that I follow. He's so cool. So that's better in my opinion. And we're gonna be wearing this damn near every day. We'll start with there's this too, but I don't like this. It's the font is white. So he did some experimentation. I'm not a fan of that. Well, let's see. Will we wear this? Dude's actually got the sweatshop making clothes. Oh, bro, you don't even know how evil we're about to get. Kidding. I actually have plans, bro. I can't be making jokes like that. Kidding. Holy. I usually wear it at an angle, but for max marketing, we got to go here. Thoughts on Diadora? I mean, you have to go to your capabilities. I was talking about one of my friends with this, and then I'll answer the question about how to get over a girl who doesn't like me back. Because that's, guys, you're asking me about 10 by 400. I would 1,000 times over. I don't like how that looks on. I have a black one too, but we'll just go with the hat. Guys, I would 1,000 times over you ask me questions like that. How do I get over this girl? And he's half kidding, probably. But 1,000 times over you ask me questions like that. I can get into a rant about that versus 10 by 400. What's the 5K workout? What's the mile workout? Work hard. People are commenting on my TikTok. Dude likes all the comments, but he doesn't respond. Yeah, because you asked me how did you do this? I fucking worked hard. And I'm talking one of my friends, she's like, you just need to just pump out schlop. We like seeing that. So maybe I just need to start giving you guys the schlop you want. If you want cud, I'll give you cud. That's okay. I'm seeing the face fuchsia tongue out. I'm not seeing the emoji, bro. Oh, I see it in the YouTube chat, but it's not working on the TikTok. Anyways, I'm losing my train of thought. I was going to do the girl 1 second. What was the first one someone asked that I was going to answer? Oh, the Diadora. You have to go to your capabilities. So they maybe are not. I realize this. This is why I'm not so frustrated that I chose not to sign with Nike or one of those brands, because they're not going to pay me as much as someone who runs better. Right? So I'm like, I have all this value. I'm so charming. And let's just, come on, let's drop with the humility. If you've been here, some of you maybe are new here, let's drop the humility. I'm more charming than most of the runners. I have a more of a following. I'm better on camera. I have a better mind for marketing. But these antiquated systems, this bureaucracy of these big brands cannot possibly capture on that. All they can do is market based on your running. So they wouldn't even be underpaying me. They'd be paying me appropriately for what they can do with me if they don't want to pay me as much as the GOAT, Parker Wolf or Ethan Strand. So this ability that I have is not going to be captured in a bureaucracy like that. I'm not sick, but my nose keeps running. I'm okay. I have a race on Saturday, so I hope I'm not sick. But then with Bandit, it was similar. It was like, love these guys, love them. I gave them some glaze in the last video. Can't understand what you're saying. I said humility. That was the biggest word. You're the political guy, bro. Don't start talking about. But like Bandit stuff is so high quality. I like the team so much. I like being signed with them. But in the same way, it's like whatever they're gonna pay me, if I have the brain to create the infrastructure, which I do. Basically, it boils down to I'm smart. I'm smart and I'm capable and I can delegate and I can inspire people to help me. Like I've got 8 friends coming on right now. 8. We'll see how many of them are real deal. I think at least 2 of them are real. I can probably get 4. And antiquated. Did I say that? Sorry, I'm so smart. I did say bureaucracy too. But it's like whatever they're gonna pay you, they're making. If they pay you X, they're making at least X plus 1 off you. Certainly more. And maybe not directly because Bandit loves me, so maybe they wouldn't even make that much. I love them. But it's like I would rather make my own merch, clothing brand. We hate the word merch, even though I keep using it, and capture all the value. You know, it's part of. I'm a very indignant person. It comes with being an American. It's like I don't want to be a wagey. I don't want to work for someone. Come in. You have the Gatorade? Yeah. Thank you.
Got you.
Yes, sir. My DoorDash guy just comes into my room. He's Mexican. He's here illegally, but he gets me Gatorades, and I just hide him in my basement. But shin splints in high school, yeah, I had them really bad. The first year I ran, my shin splints got so bad, I'd have to stop workouts. Am I scamming you out of ad revenue by watching on Twitch? No, you're good. I don't put ads on the stream. I'm hanging out. I'm practicing my speaking. So you guys get a free sermon. You guys get a free speech, and I talk about this, that, and the other. And in exchange, I don't have ads, and I get to practice speaking. And I get to bounce ideas off you. But really, you guys had me. I took the logos off the clothing samples. I took them off. Because I was like, you guys hated them, and I low-key was having doubts. But this looks good. You know, maybe in the macro, it's not hitting. Malik, I'm not even kidding, bro. We'll get it for you for your birthday. I was gonna surprise you, but it's like you'll forget about it. You're Gen Alpha. You're Gen Alpha, so you forget. But we're actually doing that. I'll have to get you like 50. Do you have 50 friends? Maybe I'll get a sample, but I think it would be better. I'll get you 50, and then you can give them to your friends. They can have the Malik special. It's Malik X Kairos collab. But this looks good, dude. This logo looks so good, and you guys had me doubting myself, and I made it myself, bro. Made it myself, and it's simplistic. You have to understand this isn't art, or there's a difference between art and a logo. A logo, we don't care about the shading, we don't care about the dimensions, we don't care about we care about the perspective maybe, but it should be fundamentally simple because it's going to be up to this small. And so a lot of people who were submitting stuff for me were real artists, like really good artists. Shout out Doobie, shout out. I don't remember everyone else's name. Like I probably got 20 people sending me good art. And I'm like, this is beautiful, but it's not a logo, right? A logo has to be very simple. And you guys are doing shading and it's beautiful. And this could go in a museum, but it can't go here. So literally I was doubting myself. So not even doubting myself. It's market research. I'm here listening to the people who are supposed to buy this stuff. You guys, like I said, the coaching may or may not be for y'all. That's why I'm not putting on my page yet. I'm working on, I want to start we're doing higher ticket coaching, but I want to start a community, maybe on Discord, where I'd coach y'all, like, and it can be like a whole nationwide, worldwide thing where it's like, if there are 3 guys in Lincoln, Nebraska, right? You're all in the Discord and you guys meet up for workouts. I'm like, that would be so good. Cause my biggest thing I want to fix in running, I don't really care about running so much anymore, but I don't want anyone to miss out because they don't have a coach or a community on the experiences I got. I was so lucky. The journey I've got to go on, thank God, you know, shout out to everyone who's helped me along the way. It was so much luck. And you only realize that in hindsight. In the moment, I was bitter and angry. I wish I could be better. I'm working so hard. But in hindsight, it's like I got so lucky to be able to train with this great guy and to get coached by this great guy and get to walk on to Texas and get to do all this. And some of you are never going to get that unless I get the coaching off the ground. But that's further in the future. We'll do an option that's it'll still be like expensive, but it's going to be less. So, you know, I do think about you guys, right? I have to think about money. But you are who I was. This is why you relate to me so much. It's because I can imagine. It's not even imagining. I was where you are, and the person on the screen was Soren Knudsen. You don't even know who that is anymore. And I was asking him for 5K tips, and you know that's why I don't even get mad. I can't even get mad about it personally. I try not to. It's obviously a little annoying, but it isn't. It's a cope. You know, you might as well be gooning asking me for 5K advice. It's like, you're not training, are you? Zaza's a famous Italian soccer player. Are you buying it? Did you run through shin splints? Is this not up? Oh, I was stuck way at the top. I thought no one was typing. And I forgot the Diodora thing. But shout out Marco and Simeon. That's fire. They're both beasts. And like, for some people, it makes more sense to, I'm good at running, right? I'm just good at running. They're going to pay me to run. They're going to capitalize on it in a way that I couldn't. So it's a sunk cost to even worry about what it could be like if I could make my own stuff. But I can. And I have friends who can support me. So good for them. I'll poach Marco. I love Marco. We're gonna get him as a pro for Kairos. Bro, we're just gonna come to 6th Street. We'll just party every night, bro. Forget about running. I'll give you money. Did you run through your shin splints during high school? Yes, I did run through my shin splints. And yeah, first year I'd have to stop workouts. Second year and third year, actually all the way through to my time at Texas until Nicole made me fix it. Shout out Nicole. She's a trainer who saved my career. My shin splints hurt to the touch for the next 3 years. So 4 years total, hurt to the touch. Then when I got to Tennessee, I think I stretched them or something and it went away. But yeah. Epstein, where have you been? Why are you calling me Epstein? Words he's using too big. Are the hats for sale? Hats aren't for sale. Next week, we'll drop them. And I want to be clear. Damn, I'm far behind. I want to be clear. The hats stuff will ship very fast. The shirts, I'm going to drop them before we have the inventory. No one's complaining about. Guys, tell me if you complain about see how we're zoomed out? I like this. This just, we're getting, I had to get out. We were making out basically on the stream. I was barely on screen and we were making out. Maybe we'll go back to that, but I'm liking this. This feels more business-wise. When did you see get old? But anyways, so shin splints, I had them for like half my career. Got me Gatorade. You've biggest comp is Elson. Who's that? When you sitting my Barton, we're doing that. Tough hat. I take ancient Greek at high school. Yeah, it fits into the brand identity. Like for someone who's never done this before, I'm so good at it. The marketing wise, like the vision, like I'm gonna be able to put you. You're gonna feel like you're in a world when you're wearing this clothing or part of a movement, which is what I've always been good at. More so than the running. So I've got to do this before the running. You know, before we get Cam Myers. Fucking Cam Myers. Dude's in my DMs talking about, bro, come to UW. First of all, and he's in the stream sometimes. He's talking to one of my friends. He's like, yeah, I watch the stream sometimes. So whenever we see Cam Myers in the stream, it is Cam Myers. And I'm like, he'll comment on my TikTok like, dude, when are you racing? Don't you have the fucking Olympics to win, bro? Why are you in my DMs? Don't you have 342 to run? Anyways, he swipes up on my story. He's like, bro, come to UW, race. I'm running on the, whatever it was, the 18th. I said, no, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not going to come and let you hit a clip on my head. You're not going to get me in your highlight reel, go drop a 340 something on my head. Looks me dead in the eyes. It's on fucking DMs, but dead in my eyes. Bro, I'm just, it's an opener. I'm going to go 352 to 355. Fucking liar. You lying bitch. I said, no, you're lying. I'm not coming out there. I'll be in BU though. You can come to BU. And he goes out there and runs a 349, fastest time ever in January. Yeah, fuck no, you're not clipping me, bro. Fuck no. What a beast though. Spent about 5 minutes. Okay, let me write. I'm losing my train of thought, dude. Where's my iPad? Where's my iPad? So I don't forget this shit. I'm gonna have to tell this guy how to get over his freaking girl that he misses, because that's actually the most interesting question. The farther we get from running, the more happy I am to be on stream with you guys. Bro's trying to get people touched. Discord is not the place to be. Yeah, we might use a school community, or WAP, which is some other community thing I saw, but it's just Discord is easy. Discord is easy, and it's not going to be that big. You know, it'll be a couple hundred people for a while, and I want to keep it easy to access. And you will be young. The whole point is for 13 to 18-year-olds who want to be good at running anywhere. It's like, hey, I can give you the training, and if enough people sign up, we'll have like a very big community where you guys can train together. But this is all, you know, we don't want to get, you gotta walk before you run. So we're starting with this coaching. But yeah, the girl question also, do you think people should date to marry or what? This guy, we're about to make bro a mod just because he's asking me these questions I actually like to answer. Half kidding, fully kidding. Don't worry, don't just start glazing. Actually, that's what we should mod for, not just glazing me. We should mod for the good questions. Okay. Let me write this down. How to get over breakup. Should people date to marry? You're the next Ghislaine Maxwell. Should people date to marry? How to get over X. Okay, let me keep going through the messages. If you could rerun one race in your entire life, 100% no injuries or anything, what are you running? At NCAA's indoor. That was just so sad. I was talking to one of my friends. I told her, like, I only mourn stuff that could have been different, right? So when my dad died, it's like you have to cope and be like, we couldn't have done anything, right? Even if we could have, because that's too much. But with NC's indoor, it's like, if I could go back and say one word to myself, it would have been different. It would have been different. And like in Interstellar, Murph, don't let him leave. So, bye Owen. But anyways, to answer that, it's like the NCAA indoors, I could have so easily made it a different reality if I could change one thing. It's okay though. Where's the watch slit zip up from? It's Bandit. Dude, their stuff is fire. How did you know there's a watch slit? Can you see it? Can you see it? How did you know that? Oh, can you see this little peak? I think that's a thumb slit, but there's a watch slit. How could you even tell that? Impressive. Anyone in Logan, Utah? You know, I used to live in Draper, Utah for 7 years. How close is that? What was it like training with pros? I loved it. It's the most fun I've had in my life because it was before I had any goals. And it's fun. Like, the most happy you'll be is when you have no responsibility other than like work. Like, you don't have to plan. And I'm never going to be like that again. Too many people depend on me. I'm going to do too big of things. I have to be the one to plan. But that was the most fun I ever had, training with Coach Croza. So fun. Yeah. What is it? I'm trying to sing some nostalgic song, but I'm blanking. When we were younger, is that a song? I don't fucking know. Do you think there's a big difference between Kairos and conventional sponsors since your barrier to entry to make competitive shoes is so big? I don't think it is. Like, why am I getting? I don't know how to turn the dang beeping off. Kairos conventional sponsors. Well, I could just do apparel, but also, I've already got some shoes designed. Like, we have a marathon shoe design, but the MOQ is too high. Or like I have to buy $50,000 worth. So we're not starting with that. That's farther down the road. But we got a marathon shoe. We'll release that at some point. I'll race in it, I hope. Yeah, the mic is much better, dude. And also, one of my big things was like, if I sign with a brand and they give me $200,000 a year, $300,000 a year, in 4 years, I'll have 800,000 to $1 million, something like that. And then I'll be dead. I'll be done with running. I'll have nothing. I'll not be able to do anymore. And that's what will have gotten for the 10 years of work I already put in, plus another 4. That's not worth it to me. 14 years of my life, we get one of these. 15% of it, I'm going to live to like 120. So let's say 13% of it spent for $1 million, and it's day in and day out. It's fucking easy to make $1 million, bro. If you're like me, So it wasn't worth it. So it's much worth it to invest in myself. I will always trust my gut. My gut is telling me do not sign. So I won't. But yeah, it's like $200,000 for 4 years, or let's even say if I could make 50 or 60 grand, which is not that much. But that would be in perpetuity because I can create the brand while I have I'm the runner. While people are looking at me for running, I can create the brand and that will continue in perpetuity after. And so the lifetime value of that is way higher. Plus I can potentially employ my family and my friends. It's like the way running is structured. My family is like, oh, you can put us on. I'm like, actually, if I went the normal route, I couldn't. You don't make enough money as a runner. I'm like, I want to make that much money. I want to have that much influence that I can, like my family and me and my friends can change the world together. Let me know if you know what I mean? Like you can hear me like smacking. If that's super gross, I'll change does not feel like Cam Myers is only 19. Yeah, I assume he's just like a kid. Cause he's in like, dude, it's such a good thing when youngins who are good at running, aren't afraid to pay homage. Like he followed me, like Sam Ruth followed me for a while. I didn't follow him back. Josiah Tostenson and what's Tavon Kitchen, they follow me. I'll follow them back if they beat me. It's like these guys are gonna go places, in my opinion. Maybe they're party animals, maybe not. But like that, where you're willing to pay homage and not think you're bigger just because you're this or that. Those guys I like. I'm like I would bet on you guys. So we'll see. We're making shorts. Mike is better. Does not feel like cameras. Discord has a bad rep, but it's a great platform. I've been in your Discord and it's a little off, but it's getting better. Yeah, I brought someone on who's fixing it right now. Shout out. I think his name's Nate. But yeah, going to the S sleep. Follow up question: is dating having a partner with experience a good thing or a person? Is dating experience? I'm glad you could put it in quotes because that's how I would put it too. A good thing. Or first time? Well, all major religions would say it's not a good thing, and that means that culture would say it's not a good thing because religion's entwined with culture. But in modernity, 1,000 partners. Why don't you have 10,000 bodies already? We'll get into that later. All I've done is run and I started late, bro. How do you find personality interest outside of it? Like how you have politics, clothing, streams. I'm going to college next year. I hate running as a personality. Well, is your personality running, or is it like running facts? Like I have this quote I keep peddling. I think I said on the stream a little while ago. You can learn everything about the universe from a leaf in a garden. It's a Walt Whitman quote. And in my opinion, running has taught me everything about life. The things I'm going through, like friction with this clothing brand, or when I'm talking to pretty girls, or when I'm talking to cool guys, or when I'm talking to coaches or business stuff. It's like everything I've already learned from running. Hunker down, put in the effort, learn from your mistakes. It's like I can talk about anything because of the experience I've had in running. And that is different than the superficial parts of running. Like I differentiate between knowledge and wisdom. You can get wisdom anywhere, right? Like I don't know the procedure at the UN. I don't know what it's like to be a business owner. Like I'm just starting. Yeah. To be necessarily a business owner on the specifics, like the programs or this and that. But the wisdom, the way like life is one thing dressed up in an infinite number of different pursuits. It's the same thing, whether you're running, whether you're focused on a girl, whether you're focused on your family relationship, whether you're focused on your children. And so running, like I have an intuitive understanding of any of that because of how deep I've gone into running. The better you get at one thing, I think you can understand everything. That's my opinion. But the superficial stuff, I can see how that's not interesting, right? No, there's specific knowledge I have. That's where the knowledge is. I have knowledge about VO2 and muscular tone and musculature and metabolic processes and lactate threshold and lactate shuttling and steady state and this and that. That's where you get into is running your whole life. It's like differentiate the wisdom from the running, from the knowledge. You're allowed to care about running. You're allowed to talk about caring about something. You're even allowed to talk about running, the superficial stuff to some extent, but make sure you're looking deeper, looking farther beneath to the substance of life, which you are learning through running. You know, if you trying anything and losing, it's that's what life is. All I've done is I'm going to college. Damn, and you're not necessarily behind the curve, bro. When I was in high school, I was very, I always say Coach Croz's team saved me. Not him, but the team was so cool. and they changed me so much, and they were also lit. They were also popular, and they were also like, so good for me to be around them. I'm gonna forget to name some people, but like Creighton and Kobe and Shaunik and Yusu and Jane and Julian and Sloan and I don't want to forget anyone. And David and all these people who like just changed my life because they were cool and I like sucked it up from them. Who's Callum Elson? I don't know. You and Marco need a collab. Someone says that every day. Maybe someday. How much money have you put into this sport? Pay to win vibes. I wouldn't say that much. Let me think. I paid for coaching from Coach Carosa. I'd probably say somewhere under $30,000, not counting college, which I paid for like 1 year. But under $30,000 to become best in the world is pennies, or among the best in the world. Sorry. What's your? I'm gonna skip that one. Boy Clash Boy. What's your recommendation for being motivated outside of running? Because I have no issue. I've never had an issue with motivation. Oh, outside of running. You have to build the habits because it's a snowball, right? It starts like a flake and it ends up huge and then it has its own momentum and it carries forward. So with running, back when I started, I didn't have crazy motivation. But once you get, it's all sorts of miscellaneous factors, but it can be people depending on you, a coach telling you what to do. You have a race soon, you don't want to get embarrassed. You have personal goals. You have to kind of expand all this other stuff that gets you sort of like you have to run. And then it gets to the point where people see you as a runner, so you're going to run too. And you have to do that to everything else too. So it's like the stream. It's like when people are complaining about the stream, it makes me more likely to stream. Like complain that I don't do it. Or my friends like, are you streaming tonight? I'm like, oh, I've got to stream. Or the YouTube videos or whatever else. Money helps, but without running and putting in the effort, you can't get anywhere. What was that question? How much money have you put into the sport? Yeah, it's probably less than 30,000. I think that might be a bad guess, but it's certainly not that much. The biggest thing I've ever paid for was, nothing. It was coaching in high school, and it was 300 bucks a month. For like 2 years, maybe. And in college, you get everything for free. You still play CS at all? No, I was addicted, dude. I one of my friends, her brother, we just had a conversation about that, and it got me like itching. And I was like, yeah, I can't go back. I can't go back. I can't go back because I have an addiction problem. That's why I'm so good at running. I sat down and designed clothes for this brand for 8 hours yesterday. I didn't get up from my table. And so ASMR, sorry, am I too close? But it's like I have addiction problems. Let's not direct that to CS. Let's direct that to like changing the world or being better at running or this and that. When do you plan on stop racing competitively? 2028 at the latest. I've got bigger things to do. Yassine slowly turning into average Instagram clothing brand owner, course seller route. I would say there's a difference because I have an ethos. Is that not what, like, you have this false respect for, or like this like, not foolish, I don't want to say foolish, but it's like when someone you feel like tries something. It's like when people support Nike but they won't support their friends. It's like you think Nike's for some reason more qualified to do these things than you. It's like you have this bad onus on Instagram clothing brand owners. But if Nike's doing this and pumping this into the ocean and sweatshopping kids, oh, that's fine. It's like, if they were going to pay me to do it, what would be the difference? Right? I just wouldn't get any equity. So I'd rather do it myself. Owner, course seller route. Yeah, I don't have a course. How many? Okay, anyways. Thoughts on Kai Cenat brand Vivette? I don't keep up with that, but I've seen all the criticism of it. They're saying he's performative, which it is. If he's trying to sell and get awareness, that's what it is, performative. He's a streamer. Everything he's done is performative. That's what an ad is. An ad is to perform and get people. It's like dancing you're the court jester dancing for the monkey. Ethos, credibility. You're gonna make me look up what ethos is. Ethos definition. The characteristic spirit of a culture. I'm thinking like pathos, ethos, logos. Appeal to credibility. Yeah, I have ethos. You know me as a runner. Okay, so I was right. You can apologize now. I'm not one of these smooth brains, bro. I do have the credibility. I can use that word if it makes you feel better. But yeah, Kai Cenat, I don't have any opinions. I think he should have stuck with the streaming though. Everything except humility. Is that me who has no humility? I think I'm kind of insecure, so I compensate with like, I don't want to waste, like I have to be nice to myself or I'll start cracking. So I don't waste time with humility. If you have crazy confidence, of course you should be humble because then your danger is you'll get arrogant. My danger is I'll get freaking depressed. Bicarb lactate testing supplements can boost wealthy people. No, if you're lazy. If you're lazy, that's going to do nothing for you. That'll give you 10 seconds in a 5K. And if you're going 19 minutes, no one gives a shit. You're just spending money being a loser. Can I go D1? I don't know. I don't know. Can you, bro? Was you seen in the Miami club 2 nights ago? Yeah, I was hanging out with Sneeko and Clavicular and Andrew Tate, and they were just playing some crazy music, bro. Anyone can go D1. It could just be some yeah, there's some horrible. Yeah, please answer these questions. Less Charles for me. Anyone can go D1. It could just be some. Yeah, there's some horrible. There's like 440 guys running D1. It's like, come on, bro. You're maybe meant to be like a teacher or businessman. I don't go fishing. Pro from the UK, fire. Read YouTube chat before I punish you. Boy, Clash Royale, you're so tough. Who are the best people to surround yourself with? People who are good at what you want to be good at. The hat is tough. Yes, but we love the hat. Sir. You should fight Jack Doherty. Damn, I want my hair to show, but I need the logo to show more. Kairos. Surround yourself with more people. Yeah, thank you for answering all these questions, Les Charles. What was your favorite subject in school? I don't know. I never liked school that much. Now I'm getting really into history. Maybe math. Did you see the edit? I don't know. Did I see it? I have to repost the one that Harker did. I forgot to repost it. Let me just do that now. I think I didn't repost it. I have to look first. I don't think I reposted it though. But I was like, I should. I just don't like how I sound when I'm yelling. But I'll repost it because it was kind of fire. It was very fire. You gave up at 20. Let me repost this. Ugh, I have to stop thinking about self-consciousness. We just need to pump. I'm reading Obama's biography, autobiography, or audiobooking it. Will we see you on the news when you race? It's a mile. I'm not a miler, but I'll try and go crazy. I'm getting to the girl question. Are you serious about quitting running by 2028? Yeah, I have higher callings. 2028, what are we going to keep doing the same bullshit? I want to make a jump, right? I want to make a big jump. 2028, the only way I would keep running is if I got like 3rd or 4th at the Olympics. If I'm like 10th, why? Like, it's like, what am I going to waste 4 more years of my life? I have to change the world. I'm going to waste 4 more years of my life running in circles. It's already taught me all the lessons it could. Internally, I've changed like a fucking dirty caterpillar to a beautiful butterfly, most beautiful you've ever seen. Or I win, and then I'm definitely done, right? I'd have to get like 3rd or 2nd in trip or something to even consider it. And if I won, I'd be like, beautiful. The arc's over. I've got that movie in the bag. Marty Supreme, forget that movie. This story in 20 years, 30 years, oh, that's going to be the story they tell. Forget Marty Supreme. Those are rhetoric devices. Anyways, ethos is credibility. Either way, you can't have ethos. Just holy cope. Just admit you were wrong. Holy cope.
Well, actually, ethos is a rhetorical device. You just have credibility. And yes, ethos is technically credibility, but...
Anyways, smooth brain or... Okay, you're a fantastic winner, bro. Thank you. Like the bicarb video clip. Yassine should fight Jack Doherty. Who's on your running Mount Rushmore? Me for improvement. Ingebrigtsen for determination or whatever. Resolve, discipline. I just like how he approaches running. I don't want to put Sebco, but I'll put Sebco and then Kipchoge. And I'm kidding about me, obviously. That would be crazy. Ingebrigtsen, Kipchoge, Sebco, and I don't know. It's a 3-person Mount Rushmore. Is it worth running in college if you're going to go D3 for the internal development? Yeah, I wouldn't think about going pro necessarily, but it's always worth it to put yourself through struggles. Always. And if you're going to struggle through school enough, then yeah, don't run. It's like, get the struggle from school. Like, I'm going to go on Instagram. It was just sorry. Wow. I'm just saying, it's okay. Just making sure. I'm not taking it personal. But if I see something and it could be something deeper, I'll assume the deeper meaning, right? It's like, even if you're not trying to be offensive, if you're saying something that could be offensive, I would rather break that down. It's more interesting. Yeah, Thoughts on the U.S. Greenland situation? I was saying I was getting convinced that we should get Greenland, but it's only because there is an argument for it. If our country wasn't falling apart, there would be a strategic argument for our splendid isolation. And, you know, it cuts our splendid isolation in half because Greenland's the biggest island in the world, halfway across the Atlantic. And you could go right from there to Canada to the U.S. border. It's like, that's dangerous. But we are like, it doesn't make sense because it's 700 billion and our country's falling apart. But in principle, there could be an argument. Thoughts on BPC 157? I don't know anything about that. Depends what you want to do. How many miles per week should I start doing doubles? Plans and goals for the season, PRs, and get this brand off the ground and have some really cool marketing and set up a system. What book are you reading? Obama's autobiography. A good D3 would be much better than a bad D1. Trying to go D1, I'm rolled to Hector 60. That I made was insane. It was Harkaran made it for Tyler, for Westfly. I tend to only double if I'm getting 60 minutes plus minutes per day. Prediction on what you will run. I don't know. The mile, I get anxious when the races start coming, but I should probably run like 352 to 354. We'll see. If the race is good, that'll help too. But I never know. I've been trying a more conservative training style because you guys know me. I'm an overtrainer. So I want to let the race be where I kill myself instead of the workouts. So I did 5x K. I have to post a TikTok about that actually. I did 5x K at 233 or 233 low on Sunday because I'm not completely, I'm a little bit training through this. And so I'm in good shape. And then I did 400 at 59. I was like, oh, I'm dead. But yeah, I'm in good shape, but we'll see. I'm more excited for my 5K. Let's Run needs a rebrand. I think they're fine. Who's your favorite college coach? Buck by far. I thought Marty Supreme was doing too much and didn't really develop their characters. I liked it a lot. I like the fundamental core premise of giving everything to get what you want. I could never do that though. He takes I tell my brother, he takes it to an extreme. I could never, because I always say I work hard and I'm like not a talker. Like if I want something, you'll see it through my actions, which you have for running. But, and what you're seeing with the brand, what you're seeing like with the coaching or whatever. But Marty Supreme, he takes it to another step and he'll take advantage of people around him. And I could never do that. And then one of my friends pointed out the hypocrisy because he is trying to he is doing degenerate stuff like having sex and stealing, like that gets in the way of his ping pong. It's like so he's a little bit of a talker too, but the part where he takes advantage of people, I was like, you got to respect it. Like, it's not like he's lying. They know what he's about. He's always trying to scam them and this and that, and they stay around him. Koros or Garmin, F them both until they pay me. You should be improvement low key. I don't know why high school kids want to go to bad D1s. Bad D1s, I don't know about bad D1s, but if you could be bottom of a D1 that's pretty good, like I did at Texas, it's like, it's good to be around people who are that great. I loved it at Arkansas. Johns Hopkins is a good medical school. Damn, I was far behind. Might just be still looking at the top. Why would you quit something after working so hard at it for so many years? Because I got what I wanted out of it. What do you think I want out of running? Material wealth? To do it again and again? No. I wanted to change as a person. It changed me as a person. So even if I stopped today, I would have gotten everything I need to get out of running. I am 10,000% the man I was because I was a boy. I'm 10,000% a greater man than I was when I started running. Unimaginable. And people say, just like running has superficial characteristics, the knowledge and then the wisdom deeper below, superficially I'm the same. And one of my friends from middle school, I saw him a year and a half ago, and he was like, oh, you're exactly the same. And and I was like, really? But he's talking about the superficial stuff. Like I still laugh maybe the same way. I still talk with the same mannerisms. It's like that stuff is deep in your DNA. You know, it's very hard to change. But the wisdom and my approach to stuff and how I deal with problems and my determination, resolve, like how I get rid of the vices within me or the inequities, the flaws, like my hypocrisy or laziness. It's like, I'm so much better at that. Half the chat doesn't realize that they can't run forever. That's what I'm saying, bro. JUCO is crap unless you're failing all your classes. I mean, it's a eligibility max because you get 2 years for free now, right? My homie ran 1340 in JUCO. It's not even worth unlearning the superficial stuff. Sometimes it is if you have an annoying laugh. I've been big on that. That's why I agree with clavicular. So people are like, it's like, are we still doing this stupid Wilsonian idealism BS where we pretend the world is one way and just ignore the reality? Yes, looks matter. He's right. Acknowledge that and then we'll talk with you. If you're going to start talking about some looks don't matter bullshit, if I was chopped cheese, I'm not saying I'm the cutest, but if I was chopped cheese, you would literally get mad looking at me. You would not be able to take advice from me. Like there's musicians, I don't want to name anyone because it's mean, but it's like he's right. When I'm progressive, but it's like this kind of overreaction happens when you won't acknowledge reality. It's like if you just said looks matter and we're like, yeah, you should try and be beautiful and this and that, then we wouldn't have this black pill outbreak in opposition to your BS. Right? Same with like woke or whatever, like women's rights or anti-racism stuff. It's like for so long you can't say anything. Like if you criticize a Muslim, yeah. If if you criticize a Muslim, you criticize someone African, you criticize a woman, it's like you're Hitler. And so now people are like going to the other side. Nick Fuentes is popping off. So it's like, can we just live in reality and then people won't get so disconnected? Every time Clav had a glow up, he got more famous and mainstream. It's literally undeniable. Can I go to Arkansas with a 6:15 5K as a sophomore? No, they'll block you if you DM them. But maybe you can get better. It's okay. Believe in yourself. Do you think it's better to go to D3 or D2 that could set you up for to compete against later? Go D1 to compete against the best immediately. I would try and outwork the best immediately. You rise to you fall to your training, so you should train with the greatest, in my opinion. But if you're like super self-conscious, it might kill you. Okay, now we can get into that's caught up on the chat. I think we can get into Resolute 2's episode 2 is going to come soon. I got to edit it. Probably I'll maybe edit it tomorrow and try and release it before this race. But okay. Is dating experience a good thing or do you want a first time? I really think experience is just so overrated. You know, I'm not so much that like you're ruined if you're not freaking at zero, but it's like, what experience are you getting? Right? What experience are you getting? Clubbing and being, in fornicating and being promiscuous. Oh, is that the experience we want out of life? Right? This isn't number of runs. This isn't number of like meaningful conversations. This is just, I don't think experience is a good thing at all in a relationship. The only exception is if it's led to you developing emotionally, right? If at least you develop emotionally, like if I'm immature and then a relationship teaches me how to care about someone else's feelings or this and that, that is good experience. You will be happy that your partner had that. But that's obvious, right? It's like it's the same sort of like BS thing where people talk about the looks maxing that, oh, don't talk about looks maxing. It's like all of a sudden we're going to pretend we want a partner with 1,000 bodies. Try not to get clip challenged. Try not to get clip challenged 1 million. Dude, we're about to ban you, bro. Stop talking about that shit. Stop talking about this, the nut mile, bro. We're done with that. Next, from now on, you say, I might need to ban that word, but if we start talking about that, we're timing you out for like, I guess 5 minutes the first time. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think experience is good. Then should people date to marry? I'm fully of the opinion you should date to marry, because what's the alternative? And that's not to say if you don't marry, it's a failure. Why are you dating someone you're not serious about to try and marry? Right? You're wasting their time, or you're just being hedonistic. Oh, I'm not going to marry them, but this or that. Oh, we're just doing this or that. Like, it's not that serious. It's like you're wasting their time. You're wasting your time. It's like, I'm not a big fan. It leads into that idea that it's okay to just mess around. I think it's not good to not have any intentions through your life. Oh, let's just go clubbing. Oh, let me just get with this guy or girl. Like, let's have some intentionality. What do you want to do with your life? You're here for a reason. Or you have to operate under that pretense, because the alternative is you're here for no reason. You're here for no reason. That's not, let's just ignore that conclusion, because it is a possibility, but it's not one you would ever want to operate under. It's one or the other. So let's plan we're here for a reason. Do you think sex outside of marriage is wrong? No, that's very, like, that's a religious, like, you have to be, like, that's a religious take. I think promiscuity is not good for you, right? It's like not even a moral judgment. It's like you as a person. It's not good to be promiscuous. You're having all these relationships and you don't care about them, or you don't take them seriously, you're not connecting. I was telling one of my friends, it's like, why are we here? And what is needed from us, and what do we want, right, on earth? In my opinion, what we need to do is help other people. What we want to do is know other people. And so that's why I love talking to whoever I can talk to and learning their experiences and how their lives were and how they became who they are and their point of views on different things. It's like, that's what I want to do. And that's part of what you get from a relationship. It's like the other part is the bad side of the coin. Like, there's love and there's lust. We don't want lust. That's not good. We do want love. We do want connection. And then on the need side, it's like you actually do get something from doing things from people. It's where you get meaning. Right? One of my friends was telling me she was going through something, and it's like, I get like a drive. I'm like, it's absurd to me that I couldn't be there to help you. It would be, how do I say this? It's like it is in our DNA to help other people. And it's like you've been convinced through, I don't know, capitalism, I don't know, individuality to think it's like, what can I get out of this? Actually, no. Helping someone is what you can do out of this. This is, and I'm not going to tie this back into the clipping or this or that right now. You will be better for having clipped for me. I guess I did tie it back in. You will be better pleasure wise, like you'll enjoy it. It'll give you meaning, and development wise, you'll be a better person for having done these things. So I'm not going to tie back into that, but that's the truth. It's like it's JFK. We don't do these things because they're easy. We do them because they're hard. That is what life is about. Yeah, get in the Discord. Gosh, I have to pin the messages about the code, about the short formatting. Everything's still open. We're looking for people. It's getting hot as buns in my house. Got to keep the audio. Show you guys some chest. Yeah, that's too much. What am I, a harlot? You guys can see my mole. Yeah, everything's still open, and we're trying to get the system together because I'm bringing my friends on who I trust because some people are like unreliable. Dude, it's okay. But yeah, everything's still open. Bro, fold in 2 seconds. I got a herniated disc freshman year, hip and balance. I ran 430. I have a small cross. I'm a junior now, but got a stress fracture. Is running in college realistic? That's enough time if you're healthy now. Oh, you have a stress fracture. I mean, you can make it work if you want to go JUCO or if you want to go bottom of the totem pole and climb up. It's a whole process though. So it depends. For me, if running, I wasn't a quitter, but if running didn't want me after I went to Kenya, it's like a relationship, bro. Are you stalking your running? Are you stalking it? Or you love it and you're going to let it go and then find something else to channel your energy in. It's like after running, I'm going to do business. After running, I'm going to do changing the world through bigger means. It's like I'm not done, but I'm done with running. I've gotten what I can out of this. Scoliosis is not optimal for running efficiency. Do you feel like you're most fit when you race less? I don't necessarily think so. I don't think so. I think you just have to account for racing. Or do harder session. Wait, what? Or do harder session after workouts, but you can have an easier routine on. What the heck did you ask? Or do harder. I don't even know. I lift at the end of my weight days. Now I'm doing explosive training, so I lift on easy days, but usually I lift at the end of a double workout day. And it doesn't give me problems. I don't know who Johannes van Meerten is. Did you just get here, Q? I said I'm going to almost certainly be done after 2028 Olympics. Top 3 songs. Stars Align. The one I just posted on my story, Pasarina. And the form rating. Dude, all this stuff I'm trying to get together. So much stuff is jumping in my head. Priority 1 is this coaching. Priority 2 is this clothing brand. And I guess priority 0 is the running, but running I'm automatic. Is the clothing brand. So like it's like the events and stuff, it's like 6 or 7 down the list. No, I don't watch High School XC. What am I checking out the freaking high school boys? Yeah, I'm not. 2020 Olympics is too soon, gang. Yeah, it's gonna be over soon. The swan song, 2 years. 2 years left max. But it's gonna be a good 2 years. It's gonna be the best. Then how to get over next. This is crucial. Because it applies to a life. Like I said, running should not be your personality, but it's like running isn't my life, but I see my life in my running. How do you get over a horrible race? How do you get over a coach that was this crazy or this or that? It's one, why did you, what went wrong? Was it them, you, or a miscommunication? Right? And for me, by far, it's the miscommunications that ruin it. Right? By far. Because if it could have been different, I was talking about NC's indoor. If it could have been different, that hurts so bad because you'll never get a second chance. You'll never for that race. Maybe, and especially that was my last race of college. There are 2 lives I could have had, and I want this one because I think I'm stronger for the struggle, and I will be able to do more once I've set up all this stuff. And it's like I would have been funneled into the system. And I'm getting exactly what I asked for as a young runner, as a young boy. I want to be somebody. I want to be different. And if I had done well or run crazy at NC Indoors, I would have probably had to, it would have been too much opportunity cost to try and do this. So, but it's like 2 different lives I could have had if I just made a different decision, which is okay. And it's the same with the relationship, right? Was that bitch crazy? Right? Was she crazy? Then you're kind of mourning something that doesn't exist. You're mourning the good times, which is half the time at most. Or were you the problem? In which case, that's pretty bad. Like Finn in Adventure Time, he's toxic to Flame Princess. I've been getting a lot of Adventure Time edits. So it's either she's bad, and that's obviously oversimplifying it. You're bad, or it's like a miscommunication or mistiming, and that hurts the most. The mistiming, miscommunication. It's like it should have been different. It should, and obviously I'm a believer in fate, so I don't actually think it could have been different. But it feels like it could have gone 100 ways and it went that one. Oh, and we'll talk in girl terms, but I'm thinking about running. It's like you loved her, you did everything you could. It felt like, but just some stupid thing you said, or you made her feel some sort of way. It's like, and you're gonna miss it forever. You're gonna miss her forever. But you just gotta keep pushing. You know, it's not your soulmate if you didn't get married, or it's not your soulmate if it didn't work out. But if she's bad, what are you mourning, right? If the system is bad, or you're in a situation where like the external situation is a problem, all you can do is hunker down. Like that's okay. That's the world is one way. I'm better than the world, or I wasn't the problem, right? The hat is fire, huh? $79.99. $79.99 for the hats. I'm kidding. We don't know the pricing yet. We'll think about it. But or you're the problem. If you're the problem, all you can get is I just said I'm talking about running, Braden. But or the problem is you're bad, right? You're bad. Am I a good actor? I'm not even acting because I'm thinking about these races, dude. I was kidding about the 79. If you're the problem, it should encourage you to get better, right? If you just were not good enough for the race, good enough for the practice, you need to get better. And that's all you can learn from the situation. And maybe you can get it back, get her back, right? Jimmy, I say go to sleep, bro. You can watch the VOD replay later. Because if you're the problem, you need to get better. Don't just hang on to like what it should have been or this or that without adapting. You were the problem. Get better. Maybe you can make it work again. Right? Good luck on your tempo, Fruit Loops. But I would say make sure like as little as you can, the miscommunication isn't the problem. Right? Miscommunication isn't the problem. Then I would say once you understand what went wrong, you have to process it. Whether you cry or whether you make changes in your life or whether you talk to people, and little by little it get better, and I'm not a big lover boy, right? I'm very emotional, but it's like I'm married to the game. So girls are always going to be third or fourth. So I don't know, like maybe second, but it's like I'm married to the game. It was running. Now it's like bigger plan. Maybe I'll give it to you guys one day. I told it to my filmer, bro, you guys need to film for me if you can. Film or edit. I'm giving them game all day. Way better game than you guys are getting. And you guys are loving this game. But, what was I saying? It's like people are gonna. I've never been a super lover boy because I have higher things I'm chasing. It's like I love everyone in my life. I appreciate everyone in my life. But it's like okay, I have an employee. Then if my wife or my girlfriend, I'm like I love them, but it's like you're like another employee. Or it's like how can we get to my dream, right? And we're gonna get lots of money. You can have the money. I don't want the money. You can have the money. When we make these billions, it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. Right? So some things are wrong with me and they will help me in the future. But guys, stop with the freaking... we can't clip this if you're talking about femboy, this or that. Ugh, I have so much to do. I'm going to get one of my friends to do it. That's what delegation is. But we've got to get someone always modding the stream. Like it's too much for Colby right now, and Colby's got to be focused on clipping. But yeah, I got to get off. I have to call one of my friends. Okay, it's been an hour. What else? Did we talk about the last thing? Yeah, X, should you date to marry? Dating experience a good thing or first? Yeah, if we have one more good question, I can answer it real quick. Am I clip farming? I feel like I'm not. This is how I am as a person. Femboy is not on YouTube chat. Yeah, this chat isn't YouTube chat. This is everyone. This is TikTok and Twitch, and I was supposed to stream on TikTok. Like I started streaming, like 20 people got in the live, and then I couldn't work out my camera, so I had to leave it. Maybe I'll do it some other day. Guys, stop. We can't do this. We're talking about Femboy. Okay, Braden, we'll put you on. Sure. Sure. I mean, it's not like you can do that much as a mod. So I'm willing to give out mod more often. Yeah, let's stop with the Femboy and this or that. I was Charles mod. I could get you right. Why are you not Charles?